Hello and welcome to the Heiser Media coverage of the Fort Washington Open, the third annual Fort Washington Open presented by D-Town Disc Golf. Cosmic Discs is one of your coverage sponsors, as well as D-Town Disc Golf and Reaper Disc Supply. Joining us on the commentary today, it's me, Nate Runkel, and my good buddy, Lee Gould.
What's up, everybody? Good to be with you guys.
So as you can see here, we have our round one scores. We're going into this round with a very tight race, averaging from 6 under to 2 under. And our lead card, Dan Brooks Wells, in first place, shooting 6 down on the first round.
Yeah, really hot score there.
Eric Schubert coming in second there, right on his heels, shooting 5 under. And Lucas Oberholtzer Hess shooting 4 down. We're really close here, folks. And tied with him is Josiah Zoodsma with another 4 down.
You love to see that tight race at the top on this lead card.
Absolutely. And now here we are, hole 1. This is a par 3, 225. Everything here is shooting for our red pins. And so this is a shot kind of straight up over that tree, as you can see, to a little bit to the right for the green. Nice little easy approach. Love this hole to start off the course.
It's kind of a must-get birdie, I think.
Absolutely. All right, Dan, starting things off here. And that's just about what you are going to want to do, as he appears to have parked it.
Yeah, super smooth, just hitting that right-hand side gap.
And then Eric following him here. Let's see if he can lace the same path.
Beat those guardian trees. Yeah, right there.
Now, for people who might not know, as Lucas is warming up his throw here, definitely gets over top of that. When this course opened, this tree was not down on the ground. And Josiah, and what timing, he hit it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, that was not intentional, by the way. I'm not that good.
Nice little sidearm approach up there.
Oh, perfect bird. You know what's really funny is I'm such a disc golfer that I just sat there quiet, like I didn't want to mess his putt up. And kind of forgot what we were doing here.
Sure. But right away you're seeing kind of a Fort Washington signature of having some rough really close to the basket and having to navigate some bushes as you putt.
Exactly. And some of that's very unforgiving if you get stuck under there.
Yeah. It's a great shot by Eric.
And there we go, coming out of the first hole. We lose our only tie in the lead card. Coverage sponsor, Reaper Disc Supply. This is hole 2. It's a par 3, 365. Lee, remind me, this might have been one of the first holes that we extended to a second pin back in the day. Isn't that right?
It was one of the early ones. When we extended 7, we extended this one as well, making it a little longer. This is not a must-get birdie. This is a real bonus birdie if you can get it.
No.
Yeah, I just didn't get the, he's looking to get that turn on it, and he just didn't get it.
Yeah, this is one of those holes where I'm a much novice player, but I always want to play this safe and
right.
and on especially on this first shot.
And that's kind of what Eric was doing right there, just kind of taking a hyzer, playing for his par. Lucas is getting real aggressive here. That's beautiful. If he can beat
and that
trees.
worked out.
Oh, that was really, really nice. That is not an easy shot.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
a little rough.
yeah. Sometimes you can get lucky through there, but I don't think that's definitely not what he meant to do. Let's see if Dan get this. That looked really nice from Dan.
Yeah, perfect recovery from hitting that front tree. Now you can see here he's kind of got a angle he's got to work with, but he makes it look almost effortless.
I know that is you're kind of pinched off there. He made that look really good. Nice long jump up there.
Oh
Oh,
my God. That was beautiful.
that's a wow. Right around that bush that gives everybody fits. That's a good shot.
We're here talking about, not going for the bird and
Just knocks it down right away.
just makes it look easy.
Uh-huh. Oof,
Oh, tough bid.
that is. That's unfortunate. It was such a good scramble to get there.
Yeah.
And then, is this Lucas about to tap in that birdie?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody get that close. That's really incredible.
And he puts it in with just a force that, I wouldn't even risk.
That close, yeah.
you know. Covered sponsor Cosmic on this hole 3, par 4, 402 feet. This was one of our point of contentions and will be the first time that I apologize to Lee.
Oh yeah,
for arguing. I've come around. I believe this is a nice par 4. Now it's a gettable bird,
okay.
but I do think the way the growth is on the left side of the fairway, it kind of earns that 4th stroke.
Yeah.
So Lee, I apologize.
Oh, because you wanted to keep it a par 3.
That's right.
Right.
And we are playing with a temporary Mando on that front tree this time for this tournament.
And that was mostly just because these guys can throw so far that to protect hole 2, so they're not trying to throw over everything to get there. Because it just kind of becomes a dangerous play that, if you go over everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoa, almost a black ace there.
It was at Dan. Yeah, he was not happy about that. Understandably so.
Oh, another tough bite there. But it's not a bad position. Now, if you can flex around this almost as effortlessly as he just made it look,
right.
You're in a good position. Your second shot here is kind of key to kind of get up and get close if you are going to attack the bird.
Eric just caught that tree right there, didn't he?
It looked like it.
Right,
it looked like
guardian
it
tree,
it down.
I didn't see how that finished. It looked good.
Oh God.
Oh, another hit.
Yeah. The hole forces you to decide whether or not you're going to take that wide hyzer or the inside route.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, and this green, if you end up kind of on the wrong side of that tree, it also makes you kind of make a choice whether or not you want to risk that branch that's kind of just ready to slap down your putt.
Oh, absolutely. It's another green where you land on it is really important. It's not just by the basket. You got to pick a side and land there.
And there's a bird.
Nice.
Now, the reason for the beginning of my apology tour here, Lee, is this only barely kind of averaged under par. So
Right, it was the average was 3.5, so I think that's a very respectable average.
very respectable.
Yeah.
Hole 4 coverage sponsor BS Upshot Tournaments and Shop. This is a par 4, 501 feet. This is a bit of a beast of a hole, and you're gonna hear us saying this a lot on a lot of these holes, but it's another one that you have to kind of plan out your placement, because very easily you can end up in some very, very sticky stuff.
Oh yeah, the rough at Fort Washington is infamous for a good reason.
That's right, the legendary Fort Washington rough.
Right. And this hole playing almost exactly on par.
Yes.
And there's Eric just. Oh, he looked like he faded out a little
Yeah, it
bit
looked
there.
like it kind of kicked too.
Luke is going huge.
Wow, what a bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, and it hit something up there.
He's going for the far fairway. He is going for the dogleg left, and you do not see very many people do that. I got to watch him throw that in first round coverage, and he made it all the way there and was jump putting for eagle, and it is something
Wow.
to see. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good.
And that is about as good as you can draw it up.
Yep.
Yeah, that was the kick I saw from that stump.
Mm-hmm.
And that does leave you with the decision on, what you want to do here to kind of reconcile that.
Right. And
I
Eric's
think
playing. Yeah, he's playing really smart.
I think that's the smartest move.
Right. You do see a lot of local guys trying to cut that corner, and you can get in some real trouble.
Yeah,
Real quick doing that.
I don't have the arm, and I try to cut that corner. So I would expect these guys to kind of risk it
Sure.
with skill
Right.
and better results.
So this is off his drive.
Hard to see where that landed.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the benefit of playing that last throw safe.
Right.
Is it's almost a straight shot right at the
Yep.
basket.
Yeah. Nice easy pitch up there.
Oh,
Yeah. Good run there.
and now is this an attempt to split those trees?
It looks like it, but it's hard to tell from this angle. He
Wow.
does it.
Oh my God. I wanted that for him. I really
that
wanted
would've
that
been
for
great.
him.
That would have been really great.
And now this tree fall was recent, correct?
Yeah, another recent one. I think this was this last fall.
Pun intended?
No.
Oh. And that's a respectable par.
Yeah. I mean, it's a birdie you can get, but when you get it, it feels a little bit like a bonus. But I know all these guys are looking at trying to get that birdie,
Yeah, absolutely.
especially Lucas with his arm.
Man, and all of them with an attempt on it. I mean, just some really good putts there.
Right.
All right, hole 5, par 3, 396. This is a bit of a sticky wicket for me. This whole coverage presented by JerseyDiscs.com. This is another one of those ones where you got to play it straight up the center, because to the left is just a jail. It's an absolute jail.
Yeah, and so many things to there's you don't really get too much movement left to right. It's got to be a laser straight down the center.
Speaking of lasers, straight down the center.
Yeah. Let's see what Lucas can do here with his arm.
Kind of lost it there.
Yeah. He is throwing a mid-range here, though, which is quite impressive.
Now, the flick is what I usually go for, to much worse results than that. But. All right, taking the wide approach, kind of approaching the A basket and skipping out there. Not bad.
I've never seen anybody take that line. I'm curious to see if that was purposeful or if he just grip locked a little bit. But I know he's a good player, so I'm going to assume it was purposeful.
And that flexed up there very nicely.
Yeah.
Now, this is a hole that very early in our tags round, I saw Bill Heddle almost park this off the drive.
Oh, wow.
And I've never seen anything like it since.
Yeah. I did get to watch first round. I did get to watch Lucas park it. He was a good 15 feet short of the basket, made his birdie putt. It was, it's quite a shot.
It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. There you go. Nice putt from Dan. This hole plays over par, actually.
It does. And I've always thought that this was probably one of the more challenging holes that we have on the course.
Yeah, par wise, for sure.
Yeah. As you can see, Josiah's over there by the J position.
Neil Stone's favorite position.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Any thoughts of rolling that out for the Open?
No, I let Neil use that for his tournaments. I'd like to play just the real standard layout for the Open.
Yeah. No, it's perfect.
Yeah. Showcase the course in its most challenging positions.
All right. Darkside Disc Golf Dies. Coverage sponsor of Hole 6, Par 4, 545 feet. Lee apology number 2. This was another hole that we argued extensively over whether it should be a par 3 or a par 4, and it averaged as straight par. So I will eat my crow, and I will apologize to Lee yet again.
Thank you. It is a tough one. It's hard to approach, and especially with this out of bounds we add for the Open. Makes it much more challenging.
Yeah, I kind of like the out of bounds being there, to be honest, even though I think I went OB during the AM day. But I like that it kind of forces you to rethink bombing it, especially with the wind, because the wind on this hole is very, very sneaky. It'll, off the tee, it feels like the wind's doing one thing, and then
Lucas is going huge there.
Wow.
Oh,
Lee, I take back what I said. It's a par 3. Lucas, thank you for allowing me to take my apology back.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that was just a monster bomb. Holy cow. Here comes Josiah. Hopefully it's swinging back in. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah. But he did take that weird wind bounce that occurs kind of right as you clear those trees there.
Sure. Even as a left-handed player, I like the out of bounds too because it just forces me to think about the hole differently and can't just throw it down there and not care where it lands. I got to be
Yeah.
thoughtful about it.
The up and over approach. I'd like to know where that landed.
Hmm. Shot that I look at, but realize that nope, don't have it. Don't try it.
Yeah. Now this is another one of the challenging things about this hole is if you end up too far to the left, and too short,
Hmm.
you kind of have to play the risk reward game.
Yes, it's from where he is, it's a real hard decision about whether or not, well, do I, pitch out to the silver basket and then go for it, or do I try and cut through the corner here, see if I can make something happen.
And I think Josiah skipped in there. Look at this drive. Wow.
Can he do it? Can he get this eagle?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
goodness gracious.
I wanted that so bad, and
Yeah.
not just so that I could say par three.
It's a respectable bit from there. He's going to be
Yeah.
able to walk away with his par. Nicely played by Eric. Look at this Eric just putting together a really solid front nine here. Got 4 birdies in the last 6 holes. That's impressive.
Just running it.
Yep.
Treemagnets bringing you hole 7, par 4, 505. As you can see there on that screen, a double mando off the tee. Leaning guardian tree that once housed a swinging basket that was removed thanks to people hanging on it. Jerks.
It was a nice feature, but it did not last. What do you think about this double mando?
I actually really like it.
Yeah.
And I understand. I've heard complaints that it's not protecting anything, but I like that it kind of forces you to straight down the center, specifically because of lost discs on this hole. Like I
Sure.
don't know if you remember prior to implementing the Mandos, like the amount of time, in those tall grass when Aaron's swing would go to the right or the left,
Yep.
trying to hunt down the discs.
Oh, it was
Um,
exhausting.
and it may not seem like it's affecting play, but I think it does affect the speed of play,
Sure.
especially in a tournament setting.
Hmm. This hole definitely keeps all our spotters open, or sorry, our spotters busy,
Yes,
having to work constantly. And big shout out to all the spotters and Tom Weir for putting them all together. It was really kept things moving and much appreciated by everybody.
absolutely, and just a
Oh,
phenomenal job, not just on the pro day, but also on the M day. I mean, just stellar work. We
hmm.
have just incredible volunteers at the course, and
Agreed. Josiah struggling there, and then Eric looked like he advanced nicely. Let's see what Dan can do here. Oh,
oh. And here comes me beating the old drum. This is another green where you have to be careful on the left there, because an overshot, you overshoot that, you might end up in a low ceiling gaggle of trees.
sure. I mean, you can be 20 feet from the basket and just have nothing, and it's very frustrating. That looked good from Lucas. Oh,
Get
yeah,
it?
there you go. Good stick there. Another nice birdie to get. Not a guaranteed birdie, but a nice birdie to get.
Yeah. And I've thought about it tough, tough bid there.
Yeah,
I've thought about it for a while, and I honestly think hole seven long might be my favorite hole on the course.
that is interesting.
Yeah, not that I'm good at it. I just it can give you the opportunity to toss a bunch of different shots.
That's
And
true. Another nice birdie from Dan there.
yes.
It is a demanding hole for sure. It's one that, I talk to a lot of people who play it and they go back and forth and haven't figured out what exactly they're supposed to throw here or how to throw it. But look at this, we got a tie again.
Tied at 9 under. Going into hole 8, par 4, 503 feet. Got a tournament sponsor here, Sedgley Woods, our good friends.
Love our friends at Sedgley Woods, always a good relationship we have with them.
This is
Go
go
ahead. Oh, I'm just going to say this is one of our last holes that we put in, and this long position is a very, very challenging long position. Plays a little bit over par, actually, a whole 4/10 of a stroke over par.
Yeah, we've been playing this hole for, a few years now, and I still have not figured out what I want to throw at any point on it. Oh, tough kick. Really, it looked like a second kick.
Yeah, it looks like he got 2 kicks off those trees. Only one birdie on this hole. Alex Yost got the bird on this hole. An impressive birdie to get.
I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah. Local player probably knows something, some little sneak route or way to get up there. That looked, again, very smooth from Eric, just playing positions.
Yeah, and to me, the deceptive thing about this hole is off the tee is that elevation.
It doesn't translate to video, but it goes uphill quick.
Yes.
Yep.
And it affects where you even want to land because that second shot there, you're sometimes throwing blind.
Does he get through here? That was a good drive.
Oh, another kick.
That second, window to get to the green is a very, very tight window there they're trying to hit. Yeah, and they're all just a little bit
short
left.
The corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Push. Throw faster disc, dude.
That's a good shot there. He'll be up in the gully. Have a putt for par. Oh,
what a beautiful approach.
Shot. Another good shot. This is what you love to see these guys doing, is just scrambling and finding ways to get up there when things don't go exactly how they're planned.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild as, and as an AM player myself to, watching people drive, large distances is one thing, but watching people just lace an approach and just place it right there, right where they want it.
Right.
That's the stuff dreams are made of.
Yep. Josiah putting from the bushes. Inside the circle, but in the bushes. Another Fort Washington signature. But I won't have it any other way. I like that demand that the tight greens put on your game.
I do too, and it helps you to know that just looking at numbers on the scorecard, even looking at on UDisc, looking at landing and stuff like that doesn't always tell the whole story.
Got to give Tannery Run a shout out here, one of our sponsors of the tournament, ace level sponsor for us, been a long-time sponsor and supporter of our course. Love our friends at Tannery Run.
And they have fantastic beer.
Yes. I mean, and food. The beer and food is both amazing.
Absolutely. Now it's a hole 9, par 3, 370 feet. This is another one of my favorite holes,
Wow.
even though I'm not a lefty.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful turnover hole for me.
I think that's how you have to throw it. There's it's not really a left-handed hyzer or a right-hand forehand. You have to throw the turnover to get
Yeah,
down.
because it's got to come back.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if he gets that turn. It looks like it's turning.
Looks like it's turning.
Maybe a little bit to the left there. He's just
But
smooth
good for
player,
the
Eric.
approach. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, Eric's play is really showing you like just kind of how to it's going to sound funny, but how to respect the course, because the course will eat your lunch, and he's
Yep.
just kind of making the right decisions on each hole to kind of lose as little as much bite as possible.
Yep. Of course, right as we say that, he's throwing from the bush.
Yeah.
That's just the challenge of the hole. It's really hard to, a very, very challenging hole. One that I don't know if people have fully figured out the shape of it yet.
No, because I think people think it turns harder than it does at the bottom.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, great putt. That's the second long putt he had of the day, right?
I think so, yeah.
That was outside the circle there.
Oh. Just a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
Great putt.
Oh, that's a beautiful birdie. I didn't even realize that was his drive. Great job.
That was an excellent drive.
Yeah, you do not see that often.
I think the other thing about this hole is the elevation. It's coming down. The one we just talked about going up on 8. And I think it is a little deceptive what that drop off is.
Yeah. Well, we still got a battle going on here.
Got ourselves shot of the round contender here, and I don't know how you can beat it. That is a beautiful putt. You can't draw it any better.
It is really, really spectacular. That was really a nice putt.
So shout outs to the Patreon family, and hey guys, we still have 9 more holes to go.
Looking forward to it.
So make sure to check us out on the back 9, and we'll see you on over there.